you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you want a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Tarot is a tool, it is not the final rule. It's a good idea to have an empty cup when you're on this channel and you truly want to see what's up, okay? All right, today we're talking to the zodiac sign of Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, any placement in your birth chart, okay, Virgo? The first card that we have here, it says, turn your tongues 7 times in your mouth before speaking. So there is someone who wants you to halt your communication, someone who wants you to silence yourself, someone who wants you to stifle, either stifle, okay? Oh, Archie. Someone wants you to stifle. Someone wants you to be quiet, Virgo. They feel that you're too boisterous. Virgos are very intellectual. There is someone who feels threatened by the way you speak or what you are saying. You could be someone who has a social media platform. You could do anything. It could be a divination. You could be a motivational speaker, a life coach. If you're not on social media, this could be in your everyday life. This could be maybe in your workplace. This could be in your family, in your community. Every time you present yourself or whenever you're communicating, people or a person. So either this is a person or a group of people who want you to watch your mouth or say nothing at all. So they are trying to control you. This person wants to control you. Spirit is saying for you just to continue being you. That's the message. Continue being you. I'm not picking up that you're saying anything wrong. There's something about you being original. There's something about you being authentic, Virgo. And your light and your energy, it irritates and stirs the demons and people who are diabolical, people who have impure intentions, people who have, who just are nefarious creatures. They're constantly on the move to try to sabotage different people, places, and things. And so whenever you are present, Virgo, you cause intimidation. This is not a you problem. This is a them problem. But this read here is just a spiritual notification that your energy, it pees people off, okay? They want you to hush your mouth. They're saying, hush, hush. Turn your tongue 7 times before speaking, okay? And so 7 represents assessment, knowledge, okay, and reflection. And so this is not nothing you're doing wrong, okay? Continue to be authentic, Virgo. Continue to be yourself. You're doing nothing wrong here. But this person wants you to be quiet because it makes them feel like this with the 8 of Swords here, okay? When you speak and you're original, okay, and authentic about life, you can be having a conversation with a person about life, anything, and your answers and your response to different questions or topics, it makes people fold. They become very insecure and inferior. And Spirit keeps saying you're doing nothing wrong. Tell them they're doing nothing wrong. Keep being yourself, okay? You don't have to dim your light or turn down for anyone, okay? But either way, your truth, it irritates their demons. It's like it places a dark cloud. It makes them feel stuck and fenced in. Because if a person wants to pretend and be something that they're not or put on a facade, and then here comes Virgo, standing in your truth, you're high vibing, you're full of good energy, you're very abundant as well. You're very resourceful and very self-efficient. That means you're able to take care of yourself and delegate your affairs. You're someone who's less likely, and your family even knows this about you, Virgo, to reach out asking for a helping hand. If you have, it hasn't been, they can't count on their fingers. They can't even count on one hand, because maybe once or twice in your life, maybe you've asked for a favor. You're very resourceful and you're very responsible. And people know this about you and they become envious and jealous. But it's something about when you engage in conversations, your wisdom, okay, your wisdom, the knowledge that you hold. People are jealous and they envy the information that you hold. Once again, that's them problem. And so if they're trying to be fake, it's like your conversation, your presence, your aura reveals their true nature. So much so you make them feel defeated, Virgo. You make them feel like they're out for the count, and you're doing nothing to these people, but it's your intellect. So you're very gifted. I'm picking up that your tongue is very powerful. Words are powerful. That's why we call it spelling. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And so I'm picking up that you're very gifted. And so your voice, your heka, is a gift. Okay. And so you could be someone who has a platform on social media, okay? And you do something with your voice, something talking or speaking to people or counseling or, or if you're not on social media, this could be in your neighborhood, your community, your family, on your job. You are making people feel defeated, okay? And so Spirit is saying this is your gift, your Heka is your gift. Your voice is your gift and is very powerful. But Spirit is saying keep doing you because you're not doing anything wrong. If someone asks your opinion and you give it to them straight, there's nothing wrong with that. They asked you for your opinion, okay? The next card we have here is the Chariot energy, okay? It says winning, overcoming obstacles, success, and self-discipline. You're very disciplined. That's why you're self-efficient. You're able to navigate. You're very resourceful. When something comes up in your life, Virgo, you're able to solve your own problems. This causes envy and jealousy as well. But once again, Spirit is saying, keep being you, keep staying true, and all that is required or that is desired will always be provided for the Virgo. You're very spiritually in tune and inclined, but your voice is your gift. And so your voice is your gift. So if you don't have anything going, or maybe you want to start doing something with your voice, you could also be a singer as well, okay? All right, but your voice is your gift. Some kind of speaker, a teacher, a healer, a life coach, a counselor. Okay? Yes. Your voice is a gift and it's very powerful. Okay? And so Spirit is also saying before I move forward, Virgo, if you're ever in the presence of someone and they want to come off, you see this lady demeanor as if they want to be confrontational with you. Spirit is saying just cut that person um, uh, out of your life, meaning don't deal with them. You know, they don't want you, your voice is your gift. You are doing nothing wrong. You are covered. You are protected. But if someone wants to get confrontational, like physical with you, Spirit is saying those are people who you isolate because of the power that you hold, Virgo. Envious and jealous people will try to provoke or engage you into a confrontation. So maybe they'll have to call the police on you, get you in some kind of trouble. So be mindful of that, of people trying to set you up and provoke you, so that they can get you caught up because they envy who you are. They envy your aura, your gift. It's just who you are. It's your natural state. Okay. You're someone who you're able to adapt and have many conversations. Okay. Vocally, you could be placed, Virgo, in a room of anyone, politicians, doctors, lawyers, and you can engage in a conversation and understand and navigate and just flow amongst many, 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 many different levels of conversation. I call it jewel exchanging. You can exchange jewels with many people on many different levels. People know this about you and they envy it, but it is your gift. But your gift is protected and so are you. But anyone who tries to be confrontational with you, I'm being told to repeat, Spirit is saying cut those people out of your life. Basically, cut yourself off from being around them or even communicating with them, because people will try to trigger you because they envy you and they want to see you entangled in some kind of blockage or where you feel stuck. They want you to be stuck. They're desiring, Virgo, to see you in this energy. Okay. The next card we have here is the Three of Pentacles. And so Spirit is placing the right people in your path, whom is on your frequency, whom is on your vibe, who you can mix and mingle with, and you have the same energy, who you can build with. These are people who won't get upset because they are people who have their own gifts and they're very self-efficient within their own right as well. Okay. And the next and the final card we have is the beautiful Ace of Pentacles. And so Spirit is saying you're being blessed with even more abundance and prosperity in your life, but especially when it comes to having the right people, placed in your path, whom you can share life with and make memories with, new associates. Spirit is saying people come and go and allow them to. And I'm seeing purple twice. So be mindful of the signs and synchronicities and downloads in your dream state as well as your awakened state, taking accounts the signs and symbols that are happening around you, okay? Spirit is saying keep in mind the questions that you have been having regarding your life and your mission. But your gift is your voice, Virgo. Your gift is your voice, so use it wisely. But Yeah, exclude yourself from people who want to be confrontational. Okay, because they're desiring to see you in this energy. They want you defeated, they want you blocked, and this is not for you. Okay, all right. But keep doing what you're doing. Okay, you don't have to turn down confirmation here to train. You don't have to turn down who you are. Okay, you'll be gathering with the right people who want to team up and maybe create and invest and build and exchange and make memories with, whether this is romantic, whether this is friendship or business partnership. Okay, new beginnings. It says financial, new beginnings, new job, business, investments, abundance. Okay, and so the universe is gifting you a pinnacle. Okay, and that can not only be money, that can be information, placing the right people in your path. Okay, navigating you towards different experiences, that you desire, so that you can live a life of fulfillment and not be around people who are intimidated or inferior by your intellectual gifts. So this concludes my read for the zodiac sign of Virgo. Later.